Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we're going to be talking about signs that she's serious about you and not seeing other people. And I know some of you are going to hear that and be like, well, that's just impossible. Every girl's seeing other people. But believe it or not, there are people out there that are still actually looking for one person or a healthy relationship. So keep this in mind. All the things on this list today are going to be things to look out for. And on the opposite side of the spectrum, if she's not doing these things, it might mean that she is talking to other people or seeing other people or just keeping her options open in general. So I've done videos about how to tell you're the attention guy or the fill-in guy, but how can you tell she's really into you and not seeing anyone else? In this video, I'm gonna go over some signs that she's serious about you and not seeing other people. So let's get started. Number one, she made it very clear, and this is best case scenario, thumbs up. This is like the light at the end of the tunnel and the best possible thing that could happen to you. So if this has happened to you, great for you, happy for you. You don't have to decode any weird signs or anything like that. And I wish everyone could just be honest about how they're feeling, right? And the reason I'm putting this one as number one is because clearly it's the most obvious, and you don't really need to read into this anymore. If someone tells you they like you and their actions follow suit, then you should probably believe them, right? Maybe she asks you, what are we, and wants to make it official with you. If she's not playing any of the stupid modern dating games with you, she's probably serious about you and wants to see where the relationship will go and take it to that next step. The next one here is that she deleted her dating apps, and she probably told you this because she's hoping that you also delete your dating apps too. She is physically taking herself off of the market by deleting her dating apps, and she's not going to be looking at all those other options anymore. She doesn't need to swipe on a bunch of other guys because she's into you and wants to see where things go with you. And eventually you reach a point when you're talking to someone, when you're in the beginning stages, when you can't keep your options open anymore the entire time, or you're not going to be able to progress the relationship that you're in with her. So there comes a point, like I said, when you have to remove your other options and see where things go with one person if you see yourself getting into a relationship with her or something more serious. She doesn't need to keep her options open or keep looking at other guys because she's into you and she wants to see where things are going with you. So if she deletes her dating apps, this is a green flag. And also if she says something to you like, hey, have you deleted your dating apps? Are you still on dating apps? This is another sign that she probably wants you to delete them, or she's deleted them herself and wants to see where things go with you. I know it can be really annoying to read into hints and feel the need to decode everything, but also keep in mind, expressing how you feel about someone can be a very vulnerable thing, and sometimes people will try to drop hints hoping that you pick up on it because maybe they aren't comfortable enough to admit it, or maybe they're shy, or maybe they're lacking confidence a little bit. And while I think it's the best to just announce the way that you're feeling and to express the way you're feeling to someone, this is not always the case. So these are just little things to keep in mind in case she did not go the number one bullet point on this list route and was just clear about it and told you. Number three, she remembers small details. So you can normally tell when a girl is not into you because she doesn't try to remember things about you or get to know you on a detail-oriented level, because she wants things to be more surface level and doesn't necessarily see it going any further. So what's the point of digging deeper, right? Or remembering little things about you, or sending you a meme later in the day that, correlated with something in your life or something that you were talking about when you were hanging out. So if she remembers these small details about you, if she makes it apparent to learn about you and remember these things, this is a really good sign. A girl is not going to actively try to remember small details about someone if she's not really into him. She'll remember these small things about you because she wants to connect with you on a deeper level, and also because she cares. And that leads me into my next point here, which is you have deep conversations with her. Again, someone who is just using you as the attention guy or the fill-in guy is going to keep things more on the surface and isn't going to dive deeper than that. Maybe she talks about herself 24/7 but never asks you a single question. Well, this is a sign that she's probably not serious about you and doesn't want to get to know you at all. So the opposite is true. If she actually is into you, she's going to remember those small details about you and try to get to know you on a deeper level than just staying on the surface. Having deeper conversations with people helps build a more meaningful connection and relationship. She probably wants you to open up to her. Maybe she's going to open up to you. If you're feeling like that's a mutual thing, this is often a really good sign if you're having these deep conversations. If your relationship is progressing past just surface level conversations, this is a good sign. And another thing I'll say that I mentioned in the Truth About Vulnerability video that I made on my channel is that opening up to a girl makes her feel special. And this is definitely a sign that your relationship is going to the next level. If she's opening up to you, you're opening up to her. And girls honestly like when you open up to them, again, like I mentioned in that past video, because it makes them feel special. Like, oh my gosh, he's opening up to me, he's being vulnerable with me, he's telling me about his life. It's a good thing. And just to reiterate here, if she wasn't into you, she wouldn't waste her time trying to get to know you on a deeper level or remembering those small details. My next point here also ties into the last point about conversation, and that is that she starts conversations with you and asks you questions. If you find yourself asking all of the questions, initiating all of the conversations over text, or constantly being the one to initiate plans, this is not a good sign and definitely a sign that she's not into you. But if she is, like I mentioned before, asking you questions, trying to get to know you on a deeper level, texting you first, asking you to hang out, remembering these small things about you, chances are she's into you. She wants to talk to you and isn't just talking to you because you texted her first and you're giving her attention. She wants to hang out with you because she asked you to. My next point here is that she wants to meet your loved ones. So introducing someone to your friends and family can often be a big step to take and is most likely a very good sign. If she wants to meet your family or your friends or your mom or something like that, it often means that she wants to get to know you and your life because she wants to be a part of it, right? She's trying to kind of integrate herself in there by asking to meet your loved ones or being really excited when you ask her to come over and have dinner with your family or meet her friends, right? She's going to be enthusiastic about this because she wants to be a part of your life. My next point here is that she talks about the future, or an even better sign, makes plans for the future. Say you've been seeing her for maybe a month or two and she asks you if you want to go to a concert with her 3 months from now. When she's thinking about the future, she's including you in it, which can be a sign that she's really into you and sees you being in her life more than just right now, right? So she's thinking about the future and she's picturing herself there with you, not another guy. So this is great. Sometimes when people talk about the future too early on, like first date, she wants to marry you, kind of crazy, a red flag. There's a line here that should not be crossed. You get into the whole love bombing thing and narcissism and all of that. So we want to stay away from people that act like that. But just mentioning a concert in the future that she wants you to go to, or, you know, talking about the 4th of July, maybe it's May and she's talking about the 4th of July and what she wants to do, whatever. I think that's fine. And it's often a very good sign because, again, she's thinking about her future a couple weeks from now or months from now and is hoping that you're going to be there. And my last point here that kind of ties everything together is that you're a priority. Everything I mentioned up to this point means that she's making you a priority instead of making you an option. She wants to talk to you when you're not together. She wants to spend time with you on the weekend. She isn't keeping her options open and swiping like crazy on dating apps or even at all. She deleted her dating apps. She wants to know you on a deeper level and meet the people in your life because she wants to be a part of it. It's often very easy to tell when someone is making you a priority versus an option if you watch their actions and the way that they treat you, and remember that actions speak louder than words. At the end of the day, people say a ton of things, right? But when you actually watch what they do, that's when you realize where you actually stand with them. You are what you do, not what you say you're going to do. So keeping that in mind for all of this, and when you're dating and meeting new people and trying to figure out if she likes you, if she doesn't, if she's serious about you or if she's not, is the most important thing to keep in mind. If someone likes you, you're going to know. And if you feel confused or you aren't sure, you know, it's either that they don't like you or they're playing games with you and not making it clear, which neither one of those are really a great place to be. And I would not recommend staying in a limbo like that if you are trying to date someone seriously or if you see things progressing with them. So again, watch what people do, not what they say they'll do, and you'll have your answer. All right, that is all I have for this video. If you liked it or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys on there as well. Let me know down in the comments below if you've ever experienced any of these things. What are some things that the person you were seeing did when they decided they wanted to be serious with you or take things to the next level? Share some of your stories and insight with all of the guys below. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.